Hello, I'm Attu Jamir and you're watching the Hornbill TV's English News Bulletin. Now, headlines. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is set to visit Tripura as a part of a two-day tour to inaugurate a number of developmental projects. Former Rajya Sabha member La Ganesan today swore in as the governor of Manipur at a ceremony held at the Durbar Hall of Raj Bhavan in Imphal. RJD leader Tej Pratap's close aide and former youth state president AKASH YADAV quits the party. Recently, YADAV was replaced by Gagan Kumar by the party's state president Jagannath Singh. Vice President Kamala Harris condemned the Kabul terror attacks in which 13 US service members were killed. RJD leader Tej Pratap's close aide and former youth state president AKASH YADAV quits the party. Recently, YADAV was replaced by Gagan Kumar by the party's state president Jagannath Singh. Lalu Prasad's elder son Tej Pratap Yadav targeted Singh yet again on Wednesday, terming the removal of AKASH Yadav against the constitution of party. Tej Pratap had even claimed that RJT state chief Jagannath Singh had sacked AKASH Yadav on the suggestion of a migrant advisor, and Tejasvi Yadav clarified that the barb was meant for the advisor Sanjay Yadav, who hails from Haryana's Mahendragarh district. Tej Pratap had threatened to go to court if party president Lalu Prasad does not take action against the party's Bihar unit chief Jagannath Singh. Tejasvi's photo was spotted missing from posters on Patna roads on RJD's student wing meeting where Lalu Prasad's eldest son Tej Pratap was the chief guest. The posters had pictures of Lalu and his wife Rabri Devi, while Tej Pratap's photo was displayed prominently. Tejasvi did not find a place. This triggered talks about a possible rift brewing within the Yadav family. The poster was reportedly designed at the behest of AKASH Yadav. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is set to visit Tripura as part of a two-day tour to inaugurate a number of developmental projects.
Visit to Tripura since the alliance of the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Indigenous Peoples Front of Tripura came to power in the state in March 2018. During her visit this time, Nirmala Sitharaman is also expected to conduct meetings with the state government officials, according to people at the Chief Minister's office who are familiar with the matter. The official said she may also hold a meeting with top state government officials to discuss various issues related to the state's development and progress in details. Sitharaman is slated to inaugurate as many as 11 developmental projects, which are worth rupees 151 crore in total. Later in the day, she will also be paying a visit to a coronavirus disease vaccination center at Gandhikram near Tripura's capital, Agartala, as per updates provided by the functionary. On the second day of her visit on Saturday, Sitharaman will travel to Udaipur to offer her prayers at the famous Tripura Sundari temple there. After offering her prayers in the temple, she will hold a meeting with the members of a local self-help group in the district, followed by which she will fly back to Delhi during the second half of Saturday, the CMO official said.
Former Rajya Sabha member La Ganesan today swore in as the governor of Manipur at the ceremony held at the Durbar Hall of Raj Bhavan in Imphal. Chief Justice of High Court of Manipur PV Sanjay Kumar administered the oath of office and secrecy to Ganesan. The ceremony was attended by Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, Speaker, Deputy Speaker, Council of Ministers, Chief Secretary, Director General of Police and other senior officials of the state government. After the swearing-in ceremony, the governor also inspected Guard of Honor.
मैं लक्ष्मी राघव गणेशन ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूँ कि मैं श्रद्धापूर्वक मणिपुर के राज्यपाल के पद का कार्यपालन करूँगा तथा अपनी पूरी योग्यता संविधा और विधि का परिरक्षण संरक्षण और प्रतिरक्षण करूँगा और मैं गणेशन मणिपुर की जनता की सेवा और कल्याण में निरत रहूँगा।
Speaking to media, GANESAN said that for the last more than 50 years, he was working with an ideology which taught him the whole country is one. He said he has understood the countries intellectually through his lifetime of experience he has had. Now that he is getting a chance to work practically, he felt thankful to the leadership, the governor said. GANESAN further said his entire life is devoted to a cause and he will work sincerely for Manipur and for the country.
And I have got a chance to see and feel that our sisters and brothers of Manipur, they are one with me. They belong to my family. I belong to their family. So this experience that has come to me, so I am really very happy for my leadership to give the chance to me to experience the Manipur culture, Manipur people, and sincerely, because my entire life is devoted to a cause. I sincerely work for the people of Manipur and for the country.
Meanwhile, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh said that the Manipur is lucky to have a dedicated nationalist as a governor of the state and he wholeheartedly welcomed the new governor. Vice President Kamala Harris condemns the Kabul terror attack in which 13 US service members were killed. Vice President Kamala Harris condemned the Kabul terror attack in which 13 US service members were killed. In a series of tweets, Kamala said termed the courageous service members as heroes who died saving countless lives. She further said that the mission to evacuate US citizens and Afghan partners will be completed. Our country is grateful to our men and women in uniform and in particular those working today to get Americans and our Afghan partners out of harm's way. We will complete that mission. Today we honor those who gave their lives in service to their nation. We will never forget, she added. Afghan health officials gave varying estimates of the toll at the international airport in Kabul, the capital, from at least 30 dead to more than 60 and from 120 wounded to 140, while a Taliban spokesman cited at least 13 civilians killed and 60 wounded, reported the New York Times. The first blast was reported at the Abbey Gate in Kabul airport, while the second one was near the Baron Hotel. The US on Thursday evacuated 7,500 people from Afghanistan. According to the government, based on the projected mid-year count for 2020, the total population of the country aged 18 years and above is approximately 94 crore. On Thursday, India completed administering 47.29 crore first doses, which is 50.30% of this projected adult population.
Completed administering at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine to half its eligible adult population, as it crossed 61.10 crore cumulative vaccination across the country. According to the government, based on the projected mid-year count for 2020, the total population of the country aged 18 years and above is approximately 94 crore. On Thursday, India completed administering 47.29 crore first doses, which is 50.30% of this projected adult population. According to the Health Ministry, 50% of the population above the age of 18 has received a first dose, and 50% is fully vaccinated. Official data show 99% of healthcare workers have received their first shot and 83% are fully vaccinated. All frontline workers have received the first shot and 79% are fully vaccinated.
The Supreme Court said that states have to protect children who have either lost one or both the parents during COVID-19 pandemic and has to ensure that their education is not disrupted in the ongoing academic session. Lost one or both the parents during COVID-19 pandemic will be ensured that their education will not get disrupted in the ongoing session. L. Nageshwara Rao and Aniruddha Bose, a bench of justices, said, even if there are 1,000 children without their parents, just imagine what is going to happen to them. They can be pushed to child labor. They can be lending themselves to hands of undesirable elements in the society. We don't know what will happen to them. These are vulnerable children, so we have to be extremely careful about these children. So, it is the state which has to protect them. Supreme Court has taken note of state-wise details of children who have become orphans or lost one parent during the pandemic period, and also the status of their identification process so that benefits which are meant for them could be extended. It said the states may talk to the private schools in which these children are studying so that there could be waiver of fee and their education can continue at least for the academic session. Delhi government on Friday appointed actor Sonu Sood as the brand ambassador of its launch Desh Ke Mentors program, which will be launched soon. Sood will be the brand ambassador of the AAP government's Desh Ke Mentors program, under which students will be guided in making their career choices, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said on Friday. Sood said he has seen the model of governance in Delhi and how the whole school system has witnessed immense growth under the model. It is an honor for me to be the ambassador for such an initiative. Kejriwal said some of the students in government schools come from very poor backgrounds and there are very few people to guide them. They are appealing to educated people to become mentors for these children. On being asked, Sood said he does not have any plans to join any political party, though he will actively continue with his social work. Kejriwal also said he have done pilot runs of the initiative over the past years and it turned out well. It is ready for a proper launch now, he said. Evacuation resumes at Kabul airport day after ISIS suicide attack killed over 100. Two suicide bombers and gunmen attacked the crowds of Afghans fleeing Kabul's airport on Thursday. Flights from Afghanistan resumed with new urgency guidelines on Friday, a day after two suicide bombings targeted thousands of people trying to flee from Kabul. The third bombing near Kabul's international airport killed almost 100 Afghans and 13 US troops. The blast came hours after Western officials warned about a major attack, urging people to vacate the airport. Meanwhile, the US President Joe Biden has vowed to hunt down the terrorists and make them pay for the horrific attack outside the Kabul airport. He said they will rescue the Americans, they will get our Afghan allies out, and their mission will go on. The US said on Thursday that almost 100,000 people have been safely evacuated from Kabul. But as many as 1,000 Americans and tens of thousands more Afghans are struggling to live in one of history's largest airlifts. The Taliban has asked Turkey to operate Kabul airport after the Americans leave, but a decision will be made after the administration is clear. The Indian rupee gained 7 paise to 74.15 against the US dollar in opening trade on Friday amid a muted trend in the domestic equities. Traders said the domestic unit is trading in a narrow range as investors are awaiting cues from the key speech from US Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell.
The Indian rupee gained 7 paise to 74.15 against the US dollar in opening trade on forex. Traders added that a firm dollar in the overseas markets and rising crude prices weighed on the investors' sentiment. At the interbank foreign exchange, the rupee opened at 74.17 against the dollar, then inched higher to 74.15, up to 7 paise over its previous close. On Thursday, the rupee had settled at 74.22 against the US dollar. Global oil benchmark Brent crude futures rose 1.04% to USD 71.81 per barrel. Meanwhile, according to a media report, RBI Governor Shakti Kanta Das has said that all the actions of the central bank will be calibrated and well-timed, as the Reserve Bank does not want to give any sudden shock or any sudden surprises to the markets. The dollar index, which gauges the greenback's strength against a basket of 6 currencies, fell 0.06% to 93%. On the domestic equity market front, BSE Sensex was trading 72.44 points or 0.13% lower at 55,876.66, while the broader NSE Nifty inched 0.80 points higher to 16,637.70. Foreign institutional investors were net sellers in the capital market on Thursday as they offloaded shares worth rupees 1,974.48 crore as per exchange data.
That's all we have for tonight's English News Bulletin, and also for other updates, please do follow us on our social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube at HornbillTV Official.